Well, there's nothing harder to overcome for a team than the loss of its starting quarterback, and the Ravens had to do just that. And they did it with great defense and some good individual play on the offense at the end of the game to make it happen. Let's start with four defensive plays that highlight exactly what they did to give the Ravens a chance to stay in this game. This is the run blitz, and yes, you do blitz to stop the run. You're going to see 14 Hamilton shoot the gap to disrupt the Broncos' run scheme. Then an excellent fill by 18 Smith and 26 Stone to contain and limit it to no gain on the outside. This is excellent stunt, aggressive play calling on a rundown to stop the running game of the Broncos. Now here on a 3rd and 10 on this next play, this is a classic coverage sack with a 5-man rush. The Broncos run a 3-man wide bunch at the bottom of the formation. The Ravens secondary smothers the bunch with the proper number of people, and they add Bowser from the backside, dropping from the interior of the front out underneath it. This gives Russell Wilson no option to go to that 3-man bunch where he wants to as well. Now I want you to watch the pressure because it's very creative. 99 Owe is on the outside. He's so wide, he's outside the alignment of the wide receiver, pointed in at an angle. Now what does this do? This forces the right tackle to overset and over-open, particularly with Bowser dropping out. Now they bring Smith, 18, on the inside on a stunt with the interior line, and it just collapses around Wilson. So he didn't expect that many bodies out under coverage, and then obviously the protection had to break down at some point, and Russell Wilson gets sacked. Now on this one, this is just shows the athleticism and the sheer speed and athleticism of Roquan Smith. It's another aggressive run pressure. Now you're going to see Bowser, 54, and Hamilton, 14. Again, pressure and seal the outside edge together. That allows Smith to come over the top of the defense. And watch how quickly he transitions once he sees the running back, whose only choice is to go to the outside because of the way the defense is slanted to the left, and how quickly Roquan Smith fills to the outside and makes the play. And then finally, you're going to see this is an all-out pressure, all-out blitz. All right, this is zero coverage with a 6-man rush. I want you to bring your attention to Marlon Humphrey at the bottom. What he does, he jams the tight end on the line of scrimmage before buzzing out to the outside tight end, who is in a trips position. So with this zero coverage, he double dips, so to speak, takes away the initial read, buzzes out underneath, and Russell Wilson with that 6-man rush really has no place to go. Now, you got to look at the last drive and what they were able to do in terms of Tyler Huntley and how he contributed. It begins with, and obviously a drive that had to win the game, the first 4th and 2. Obviously, if you don't convert here, the game's over. It appears that Huntley had the ability to check, and it was a run combination. We see Lamar run a great deal. You're going to see Zeitler, the right guard, pull, and Huntley has the option. He can give the sweep to Duvernay coming over the top, or he can pull it and follow the puller, Zeitler. He does the latter for the 4th down conversion. It was only 3 yards, but on a 4th and 2, this kept the drive alive. Otherwise, the game's over at this point. The next play that really set up the touchdown, this is just Tyler Huntley balling, just being a good football player. He wants to go to Andrews, who's crossing the formation on a deeper over route. Again, we see this all the time. But the Broncos know that Andrews is going to be the go-to guy. So they drop coverage and bunch up the over route, so there's really not a place to go. And in addition, they drop the linebacker underneath 84 Oliver on the backside, who has the trail 4 route that you typically see on an over route. So Huntley has no place to go. Well, he comes back to his drop-off man, Drake, who's flared out to the left side. But this is where the balling comes in. He sees the corner there, he pumps it, gets the corner to jump, and Drake gets in behind him. Then he just lofts a little nice pass in behind him that takes it down into scoring position. Great job by Tyler Huntley. And on the last one, again, this has to do with scheme. The Ravens motion out of an empty backfield. What they were hoping to do is draw a defender out of the box for the Broncos. It does not. Nobody moves. So now Ricard on the right side, he does what we call a split block all the way to the backside. Now I want you to watch what this does. He does that to hold off the backside, but I want you to watch the inside linebacker. He jumps all over that split move by Ricard because he doesn't know that Huntley's not going to follow that to the outside or maybe run a counter play. He voids a gap. Now you got to look at right guard Kevin Zeitler. He ends up blocking three different Broncos. It looks like a pinball, but he goes from one to the other in that void and allows Tyler Huntley to get in for the touchdown. So outstanding play, good scheme, and obviously was a game winner. Certainly looks like Huntley may be the guy to go against Pittsburgh this week. He had coming off a pretty good game against the Broncos. The key is they're going to have the entire week to wrap the game plan around him, and more importantly, he's going to have the majority of snaps during the course of the week to get him ready for the Steelers.